the sovereignty of grace. When believers are asked how they experience God's grace, the answers are often different. Some say they feel grace deeply during prayer. Others say it comes while singing hymns, reading scripture, sharing their faith, or serving others. Each person may have their own way of experiencing grace. However, there are people who think their way is the only way to receive grace. They insist that others must follow the same approach. For example, someone who experiences grace during fasting may believe everyone must fast, while another who feels grace through prayer may believe prayer is the only way. How do you experience grace? Do you wonder how others receive it and try to copy them? In reality, the method is not what matters most. What is far more important is the one who gives the grace. Many believers look for a special way to receive grace, but the truth is simple. Grace does not depend on a particular method. If we keep searching for a perfect way, we may spend our whole lives searching without ever finding it. Grace does not come because of our method, effort, or sacrifice. It is freely given by God. So, instead of focusing on the act of praying, focus on God, who listens to prayer. Instead of concentrating only on singing hymns beautifully, focus on God, who is honored by your worship. Sometimes we miss the grace that is freely offered, because our hearts are more focused on what we do than on God Himself. Ask yourself, when you prayed, worshiped, served, or sang, was your heart truly turned toward God? Or were you simply focused on the action itself, or perhaps copying the ways others claim to receive grace? Wanting to receive grace is the same as longing for God. When we set our hearts on Him, our prayers, worship, and service naturally become offerings to God. When this alignment happens, grace naturally overflows. Everything we do, praying, singing, serving, should be a way to connect with God. Where there is true fellowship with Him, grace will follow. Just as being alive means breathing, receiving grace is part of living as God's child. Just as we eat and breathe to keep our physical life, we must stay close to God to keep our spiritual life strong. This is why the apostles taught us to do everything for God's glory. Therefore, whatever you do, focus not on the method, but on God Himself. That is the true way to experience His grace.
구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정 해주세요. Subscribe, like, set notifications.